In the past year, the legal landscape has changed. For now, and for the foreseeable future, most court appearances in divorce cases in New York will be virtual and not conducted in person. So what do you need to know to make the most out of your virtual court appearance? Hi, my name is Daniel Clement, and I'm a divorce attorney. Make no mistake, just because you're appearing from home, a virtual court appearance is of the same magnitude and the same importance as an in-person court appearance. You'll be sworn in, under oath, and expected to participate just as if you were physically present in the courtroom. So here are some tips to make the most of your court appearance. First, know the platform. The courts have adopted Microsoft Teams for virtual court appearances. In advance of the court appearance, the court will send out a link. As soon as you receive the link, download the app. Test your configuration. Make sure you can be seen and heard, and that you can see and hear. Recently, I had one court appearance where we sat and we waited while one of the parties played with his computer so that he could be seen and heard. This annoyed the judge greatly and greatly influenced how proceedings went that day. Second, understand your appearance is of a time certain. In the pre-COVID days, the court would schedule any number of cases for a calendar call. And the cases would be called as the parties checked in, or if there was an actual calendar call, there may even be a second calendar call to allow for late arrivals. Now you're given a time certain, and you're expected to be logged in and ready to go before the judge appears virtually. Speak with your attorney in advance of the proceeding to understand what you'll need to do to prepare. If you're appearing at a hearing or a trial where you're going to be required to give testimony, and your testimony is going to require you to review documents or other evidence, it may be beneficial, for instance, for you to have those documents printed out. It can get very confusing if, for instance, you have to search for documents when you're nervous and under pressure, and you have a lot of windows open on your computer. But if you do get confused and unsure of what you're supposed to be looking at, it's okay to say that and request help. Know how you're going to communicate with your lawyer during the trial. When you're at the courthouse together, you can often pass notes or whisper in each other's ears during the proceedings. When you're virtual, you don't have that luxury. This makes communication between attorney and client very difficult. No matter what, do not use the chat feature in their virtual courtroom. Even if you think you can direct message your attorney, you shouldn't. You never know who else can see that chat. Make a plan with your attorney how you're going to communicate, whether by email, text message. Work that out in advance. Set up in advance of the hearing. Pick a room or a location where you'll have a good internet connection and some privacy. While interruptions like dogs barking and children crying are unavoidable, you should attempt to minimize them and any other interruptions that may distract you. It's best that you try to appear from a quiet location where you'll have the privacy to freely discuss the important issues in your matrimonial case. Turn your cell phone to silent. Don't answer if it rings. And certainly do not text while visible on screen. You should also know how to mute yourself within Microsoft Teams if you need to. Make sure that your camera filters are off. We all can recall that lawyer who appeared with a cat filter. That should not happen to you. Be appropriate. Early on, there were reports of attorneys appearing while lying in bed or inappropriately dressed. That's just not acceptable. Be at a desk or a table and be addressed in some presentable manner. Business casual is fine. Understand that the court proceedings are recorded, or a stenographic record is being made by a court reporter who is on the call. You should only speak when spoken to and be respectful and courteous to the judge and everyone else who is on the call. In short, you shouldn't take your virtual court appearance casually just because you didn't have to leave your home to appear in court. Court rulings are as effective and as enforceable as if you were physically present in the courtroom. You should act and appear as if you understand that and as if you were physically present in the courthouse.